Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy, and how are you? I hope you're well, and welcome back. Today, I'm going to be cooking up eggs in this beautiful little cooker that was sent to me by Shaday. Shaday, thank you so much for thinking of me, for picking this up, and for sending this to me. This is an Oster egg cooker, September 1972. So this is almost 50 years old. Holy kablooey. And it includes the original documentation here on how to use this cooker. Can't wait to use it because we can never have enough gadgets to cook eggs, apparently. Even back in the 70s, we were finding ways to improve cooking the egg. Enjoy perfectly cooked eggs morning, noon, and night with the Oster automatic egg cooker. In excellent condition, we can actually poach eggs, or we can kind of steam, cook, or hard boil some eggs. Two different options. This is the heating unit. You fill it with water to the appropriate line, push start, and that's it. When it's done, it will stop, and our eggs should be ready. It actually, in terms of design, looks a lot like egg cookers you can find now. This one feels more sturdy and rugged, but you know, they don't make them like they used to, right? So for today's recipe, I'm going to be making a simple egg salad sandwich, but I'm going to be making it Japanese konbini style. I lived in Japan many years ago, and when I lived there, I never actually ate one of these egg salad sandwiches, although I loved egg salad sandwiches when I was a child. But there comes a point sometimes when you kind of you're just like, I'm not into that anymore. And that happened to me sometime, I think around age 10, and I was an egg salad sandwich fiend. My mom would make them for me all the time, and then suddenly I didn't really eat them anymore. But when I went to Japan last fall, I did a konbini taste test. I'll put the link down below, and I had the egg salad sandwich. So convenience stores or konbinis in Japan are very different than the convenience stores here in the US. They offer a huge variety and selection of pre-made foods that are of good quality, they're tasty, and they're inexpensive. Hot noodles, we've got cold noodles, we've got Bourdain, which is like a stew that is sitting there piping hot right next to the registers. You've got steam buns, you've got frozen treats, you've got baked goods, pastries, buns that include noodles like soba noodles. You've got sandwiches, you've got onigiri, which are the little rice balls. All of these things are there, and they're there every day. And the beautiful thing is you can find a konbini everywhere. And so you know you can consistently get an egg salad sandwich or an egg sando, or you can get your onigiri right there for 100 yen, which is about $1. And it's going to be delicious, and it's going to be fresh. And it's truly one of the things I love so much about visiting Japan, is visiting the konbinis. Oh, and of course they have all the candies and cigarettes and those kinds of things that we have here in the US. So also konbinis offer other convenient services like paying your bills or making photocopies or receiving or sending packages. So great, it's truly, truly convenient. So to make this recipe, you certainly don't need a retro vintage egg cooker. You could simply boil eggs as I've instructed before in many of my egg videos. I'll put a link down below to my technique of boiling eggs where they're very easy to peel. So just hard boil eggs as you normally would. But I really want to test this gadget out. Shaday sent it to me so very kindly, and I can't wait to see how it all works. So this is the poacher. I won't be using that today. And this is the egg steamer tray. It looks like I can cook a total of 8 eggs. You can cook 7 on the outside and then 1 right in the middle. Now peeling these eggs might be a little bit tricky because these eggs are just a few days old. So the older your eggs are, the easier they are to peel because they have less water, so they contract a bit, so there's more space. And they're not sticking right against the shell, so they're a lot easier to peel. So there's a little needle here, and I'm gonna poke the bottom of the egg right here. It says the fat side, right there. Ooh, it's kind of cringy because you feel like you're gonna bust it. But indeed, I just punctured right through it. And then you just rest it onto the tray here, fat side down. Okay, so for this recipe, I'm going to be cooking 3 eggs. And it's made of a tiny little hole down in there. I'm guessing that's to prevent cracking. Soft 2 tablespoons, poach, medium. Hard cook, 3/4 cup. Okay, put the lid on, plug this in, turn it so you can see it. So the light is on. When light goes off and button pops out, the egg cooker shuts off automatically. Eggs are ready to serve. Let's time it and see how long it does it for. Alrighty, my lovelies, this machine just popped off and it took about 10 minutes. So let's check out our eggs. They're so cute standing up like that. Handle did not get hot, I like that. And there are our eggs. Looks like we had a little bit of cracking, but it's not oozing all over the place, which is great. And it's completely dry. So I'm gonna place these eggs in some cold water so I can peel them wicked hot. And they did not leak out the bottom, even though we had it pierced. Based on this ease of use, I would definitely entrust my 8-year-old to use this. I would just instruct to pick up the eggs with a pair of tongs because they are so hot. It is, as Elton would say, a unitasker, but if you've got a child that loves eggs and you want to encourage them to make their own food, this might fit the bill. Okay, let's peel the eggs. So the reason why we put them in cold water is to stop the cooking process. It prevents the eggs from having that kind of greenish gray corona around the yolk. Now, many of you have told me that steaming eggs will make for very easy to peel eggs, and so far that looks to be the case. Oh, I did mar my egg. Spoke too soon. This egg salad is so simple. We just need a few ingredients. We need, of course, beautifully cooked eggs. We need some mayo. I'm using Kewpie Japanese style mayo. Love this stuff. It's extra rich. It's just delicious. I've got some white pepper here. You can certainly use black, but then the white pepper kind of stays disguised so that the bright yellow color of the eggs is highlighted. We also need a little bit of salt and a pinch of sugar. So we're just gonna chop up the eggs. You could use a fork, you could use an egg slicer. I'm gonna use that fun technique of using these little mesh bags. You get your onions in these bags, garlic as well. Take our egg and put it in our bag, and then we just squeeze it through. It's like one of those stress balls, right? That's amazing. Look, look. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's not so awesome. Oh my gosh. You have so much fun squeezing your stress ball and the ball gets all over your counter. At least my countertop is clean, and yeah, we're not gonna waste any of that. It's called a bench scraper, and this is why they call it that. Let's go. Let's try the other bag. This bag is a little bit tighter mesh, so I'm gonna twist it and just squeeze it through. Wow, look at that. That's amazing. Look. This kind of creates a mess, so I don't know if I actually recommend this method. Ooh, yeah. And I have egg all over the place. So don't necessarily recommend this method, but it is fun to watch someone else do it. Our eggs are beautifully chopped up. Now we're going to add our seasoning. Add some salt, just a pinch to start off with because the mayo does have salt in it. We will taste this. Now we're going to add some Kewpie mayo. This is going to be based on how well your eggs are cooked. So this is also going to be based on your own taste as well. If you want a creamier egg salad, you're going to add more mayo. If you don't like it so creamy, then you'll add less. So I'm going to start off with about 2 tablespoons. Some white pepper. Now sugar. I think this is pretty important for the style of egg salad. A good pinch of that as well. White pepper always makes me cough. Now we're just going to stir that around. Okay, let's taste this for seasoning. So good. This is my egg salad, so I'm eating it with my spoon. Delicious. I think just a pinch more salt. The salt really brings out the eggy flavor. This is kosher salt, by the way. So the flakes are bigger, so it looks like I'm adding a ton, but I'm really not. Oh yeah, that's where it's at. Next, we're moving on to bread. So traditionally you would be using shokupan, which is a beautiful square white bread that you find all over Japan. It has a nice chew to it and it toasts beautifully. And that is the bread of choice for sandos or sandwiches in Japan, which a lot of people find surprising. They say, oh, it's just white bread. It is white bread, but it's a little bit different. It's Japanese white bread. Now here in the US, that can be more difficult to find. And in a pinch, I've used this. This is Texas toast. And the reason why I use it is it's white bread. It also comes in this great square shape. It also is very, very thick. Now, shokupan can be purchased in a couple different thicknesses. It can be thinner, or sometimes it's really thick like this. This actually makes delicious toast, just toasted and buttered with a little bit of jam. It is such a fun experience because the bread is so thick. And of course, you can make killer Texas toast, which is really great garlic bread, or this makes really great French toast as well. Because this is a little bit too thick for this sandwich, I'm just gonna cut it in half. This way, butterfly it. Just like you would cut layers of a cake. So I'm just going to the edge and kind of going to the middle and then turning it a quarter turn. And by the time you get to your last side, you should have completely butterflied. So there you have it. 2 slices of square white bread. Now we're gonna fill this with our egg salad. Right to the edge. Oh, so good. Flip the bread on top. Now we're gonna remove the crust. Serrated knife works really well for this. Crusts are always cut off, they just are. And it just makes for a better experience because the whole sandwich is just tender, fluffy egg salad. But not to worry, this will not go to waste. I will eat those. Very soft sawing motion. And there you have it. The beautiful egg salad sando. Alrighty, my lovelies, here's my Japanese Konbini-style egg salad sandwich made with a 1970s egg cooker. Let's give it a taste. I can't wait. It looks so good. The bread is so squishy and soft. Here we go. Itadakimasu. A beautiful, beautiful sandwich. So rich and eggy without being overpoweringly sulfurous. The egg and the Kewpie mayo are the real stars here. The Kewpie mayo holds everything together. It gives it some added richness that goes really well with the richness of the yolk. You've got a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar, which I think is essential for this style of egg. The consistency of the salad goes really, really well with that really soft white bread that is completely crustless. So you don't have anything inhibiting that textural experience of squishy egg salad and squishy soft white bread. You can buy one of these at a konbini for about 140 yen, which is about $1.50. Delicious, tasty snack that you can find at almost every street corner in Japan. And now you can make one at home. So stinking delicious. Alrighty, my beautiful lovelies, go forth and make yourself a tamago sando. You will not regret it. So stinking delicious, affordable, easy to make. And did I mention that it's delicious? Did I mention that it's delicious? Alrighty, my lovelies, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! Mm-hmm.